Hello and welcome. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy, and this is the number 5 review of group number 4, Dry Snuff. This is a nasal snuff review, and today we will be taking a look at Temptation's Minty Vanilla. Why? Because I want to know what Minty Vanilla is. And that's seriously why we're doing this review. This is part of group number 4. Now, all the dry snuff groups are on one playlist. They are not like the original Dip reviews, which each series had its own playlist. They are all on one playlist. This is the 5th review of this number 4 group. Number 4 group, its standout quality was it was based around high nicotine products with the exception of 2. This is the second of the 2 normal strength nicotine products. I added this because, yes, I wanted to know what Minty Vanilla was, but also I was trying to get a little depth on the number of companies that were in the group and the countries of origin. So this product is from India, all right? And I am not going to attempt to read the manufacturer's information, which is in that ridiculously small print next to the ridiculously small barcode. So, that said, get ready to pause if you feel the need to. And we're moving on. So, it is in a 5-gram lift-off lid can, I guess you'd say. It is all plastic. All right, it has a sticker on the side and a sticker on the top. It is in a shrink wrap, so it is sealed. All right. It basically, container-wise, looks exactly like the only other Indian dry snuff I've reviewed. Now, normally, being from India, I'd be a little worried right about now. But I'm really not, because the last Indian dry snuff I reviewed, which was, I may be in group 2, it might have been group 1, I was actually pleasantly surprised by. It was the honey, and it was by the regular line of this company. All right. I did not realize upon ordering that Temptations was made by that company. All right. When I opened the package that this came in from Mr. Snuff from England, I noticed that company's tobacco leaf D at the top, and I was like, oh. And it makes sense, you know, a lot of brand lines are owned by a centralized company, sort of like Copenhagen and Skoal are both U.S. smokeless. Same type idea. So, the honey snuff that I was pleasantly surprised by before was by this company. So, this is just a different product line. I'm going to open it up and we will see what's going on with this. I don't know, you know, being that it is from India, I'm not sure. The big question in my mind is, when they say minty, are they talking about it being menthol in it? And it's not really clear. I have a feeling that might be the case. But still, menthol in a vanilla still interests me. So that's what you're looking at. And these just lift off. So let me settle this. Now you're going to slap a can like this on the table and then start shaking it back and forth, rotating the can while shaking. Just levels the product out so it's not, you know, piled up to one side. And wow. All right. Whoa. This is pretty full. No, it smells like they've got some sort of mint in there. As odd as that may seem. I thought it was just going to be vanilla with like mentholization going on. It smells like they've actually mixed mint and vanilla. So, it's going to be real hard for me to They got this can pretty filled up to the top there. It's a fine stuff. It is what I would call a medium brown in person. It's not real dark. A real dark one was like the last review, which will be the video before this in the playlist. The Thor's Hammer was pretty dark stuff. This is it's what I would consider medium. I've seen lighter. I've seen a lot darker. It's brown, and no doubt that it's brown. So I am just gonna finger pinch this, all right? Which I've been doing in these reviews. I stopped dumping this stuff out of my hand a while ago. It's real soft to the touch. Real soft. And it's real fine. So, in fact, it's so fine I'm a little worried about putting this down without the cap being on it. So, minty vanilla. Let's see what it's about here. Wow. That's really good. I don't know if I'm going to start sneezing. I better get this on pause just in case I do. I haven't done any nasals. Back in a second. Duncan just fell out of the bed. Okay, we're okay. We're fine. We'll be back in a moment. Okay, and I'm back. Sorry about all that. What just happened there was basically this stuff's really good. And it's not really rough to take because it didn't create sneezing right off the bat. However, I haven't done any nasal snuff in about a week now. So when you haven't done it for a while, it can come up when you're late. As for the mishap over here, as I have said in the other dry snuff reviews, Duncan, which is my Jack Russell, becomes incredibly upset / afraid when I sneeze. Don't know why. He's always been that way. Anyway, he was curled up underneath a blanket on the bed, and when I sneezed, he jumped up and ran. But he was still under the blanket, and he was on a 2.5 foot tall bed. Yeah, he's okay, but he hit the floor. So this stuff, though, back to the regular review. This stuff is interesting. I can't even. There may be a very light touch of menthol in it, but it's not something that pops out at me in the nose as, oh, this is mentholized. Not really. It's they've actually mixed mint and vanilla, and it works really, really well. Like, if Skull Vanilla was still around, I would go out tomorrow and buy a mint dip and mix the two just to see if I could replicate this only in the mouth. So, as far as the the containers, it's all plastic. It's fine. It's sturdy. It's small enough, and the plastic is sturdy enough. There's no real way. Mind you, I'm not carrying around any fine powdered product in my pocket. But the container's all right. It keeps the price down. This is under $2. 5 grams. I mean, considering how you're using it, and if you're new to using it, which most people are in the United States, this is a good amount for whatever this retails for. I know it's under $2. It may be closer to $1. So 5 grams, it's a good size if you're not sure about something. So that's good. Container's all right. It's nothing fancy, but that's also fine. Not a big deal. This was something scent-wise I definitely didn't know about. I mean, I didn't know what it was or what it was going to be. So, I mean, even if I was a daily, all-day user of nasal snuff, something that you're not sure about what the product actually is, like scent-wise, flavor-wise, if you would, you're not going to go, oh, yeah, give me, 400 grams of that. 5 grams is a good tester. It's cheap. As I said, because I get this from Mr. Snuff, and as I've said before, I am not affiliated with Mr. Snuff. It's just a company online that has all these products from all these different countries under one roof. All right? That's why I use them. Buying one thing from them like this is not, you can't do it. They are on the Isle of Man in England. All right? Yes, this is like $1 or something, but the shipping and handling is like $10, the base price. It's actually not bad, considering where it's coming from, but you gotta order more. You can't put $1.40 out for this and then pay $10. Yeah, $1.40, it's worth it. $11.40, no, it's not worth it. You gotta put an order together if you're gonna use them. That though, I've been impressed now. This is the second product from this company, and both of them were extremely pleasant. So say what you want about some other types of Indian products, but they've got the nasal snuff thing down pretty darn good. Thus far, this company does anyway. Let me put it that way. There are other companies that are actual other entities, and I have not reviewed their products yet. But this one and the honey, which is I don't know how many groups back, both of them have been pleasant experiences. And had I not done nasal snuff for a week or so, I probably wouldn't have sneezed at all with this. It was real smooth, real fine, but it didn't go too far. It didn't hit the back of the throat. Everything was good on it, except I haven't used nasal snuff. Also, nicotine was noticeable. I mean, it wasn't like the Thor's hammer of the last review, nor was I expecting it to be, though. But it was noticeable. Now, that may be because of the time of the year. I have had a cold spell outside and I'm running heat inside. My nose usually gets a little goofed up and raw, like inside my nose. That would lead to absorbing nicotine a little faster, I would imagine. So that may be part of why I noticed it. But considering there was no menthol, there was a little uptick and a kick there that I noticed. So that's good. As I said, the packaging's, But the scent is interesting. Number one, it's pleasant. But on top of that, it's also interesting. This is not something that you're going to find flavor-wise. Maybe in ice cream, I don't know. Or you could mix it yourself, I suppose. But when I saw minty vanilla, I was intrigued, even though I had a feeling that what they were that was lost in translation was mentholized vanilla, but it's not. It's actual mint and vanilla, and it's good. It really is. Beyond me sneezing, because I'm an idiot, and Duncan completely flying off the handle, or bed in this case, it was a overall pleasant experience. So this is the review of Temptation Minty Vanilla Snuff from thumbs up from me. I am the Suit&Tie Dip&ChewGuy. I do hope you all are well. Do take care of yourselves, and God bless.